Hello, I'm Don Jackson with Suni Medical Imaging, and today I'm going to show you our new Suni ImageMaster camera. Show you some of the neat features about it. It's a direct USB camera. Cable comes in a high definition connector here and plugs right in to your USB port. Okay, the nice thing about this camera is it uses the UVC Windows drivers. So the camera, because it uses the Windows drivers, will work with any of the imaging programs, whether it be our Prof Suni software, which is written for us by Apteryx, Dentrix Imaging, EagleSoft Imaging, Dentrix Imaging, or any one of the other imaging programs on the market where you have a Windows driver that's compatible. It also works with the Apple Mac computer line, so it'll work directly into an Apple if you need a camera for that. Some of the neat features I'll point out very simply is that the head. The head is very small, it's wedge-shaped, very small to reach back into the oral cavities of the distal #1 molar, so it's very small and active. The lighting uses two LEDs, which are ultra bright, and let me just turn the camera light on so you can see it. And we have different intensities. You can turn it low, medium, high, or off. Off would be if you wanted to take an x-ray off a view box, you wouldn't need the light. But the different intensities depending on the light in the room. We also have an adjustment here that you don't have to adjust. You can put it in one position, but that enables you to either get macro, where you can actually lay the edge of the camera down right on the tooth, or you can go to infinity, where you can capture the entire room or facility. But normally you keep it in the intraoral camera mode, where you're just going to do a quadrant or a couple teeth at a time. So you have your variable focus. You also have a button here for capturing when you're doing the lowers, or if you're doing the uppers, you have a capture button here. There's also a little rubber nipple here that picks up your fingerprints. So if you got gloves on, you can pick it up and then you hit and capture the image. Coming around the back side, you'll see the light intensity button underneath the capture. That's where I was hitting it to adjust the light and turning it off. You also have a mode here that's kind of neat. It uses for grayscale. So if I hit that, it will give your image in grayscale if you're doing shade matching like for the lab. It will also do the cavity kind of detection, caries detection, where it illuminates the tooth through transillumination. So as you go inside the mouth, it will illuminate the tooth, and you can actually see through it to pick up any kind of decay. So that's kind of a nice little feature. We also have a button here for the arrow. When you're on the screen, if you're doing a live picture, the arrow comes up, and whatever you're focusing it on will go right to the arrow. So if you're talking to the patient about that area, it will freeze right on there. Plus the orientation, we have both direct and mirrored. If you're focusing on, if you like your pictures like here, we have it reversed. I hold the arrow key down, it will flip the image. So you can see that the image is flipped to correct mode. So I can either use it in correct or push the button and it goes back to the mirrored. So when you're in the lowers and you flip it up to do the uppers, it will actually control the orientation without having to do it in the software. So that's a pretty neat feature on it as well. So that's pretty much the highlights of the new ImageMaster camera by Suni.